What's up, fellas? It's your boy Schema with an episode for the DML, the Dynasty Madden League. We're here to talk about the most lethal rosters on paper. Nothing about the coach, nothing about the owner, just who has done a great job of GM skills, drafting, off-season trades, free agency. These are the most lethal rosters that make you lose sleep at night, and you have to prepare for them every single time, and they bring fear to the field. Can't do it alone. We got the boy, expert. We got King Solomon. We got Chris Murray on the show. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? It was good.
All right. Right now, coming in at number 5, we got the boy, the mighty expert, running the Jaguars. Guys like Jalen Ramsey roaming the field. You got Miles Jack. Oh, man, the Jaguars are loaded. And when he brought in Dak Prescott, man, that made the team complete. And you can't forget about Leonard Fournette. You got Fowler. I mean, how do you prepare for the Jaguars? The Jaguars right now are forced to be reckoned with. They can take the title any moment. Man, when you got the Jaguars, you have to check down a lot. You just can't go in there half sleep. You got to come way prepared than you would for almost any other team in the league. Jaguars are ready. What y'all think about the Jaguars?
Well, I mean, they got a good roster. I mean, it's decent. It's decent. It's got some nice pieces to it. I will say that the defense has been built, especially when you got a guy like Jalen Ramsey on the outside, and you got linebackers like Telvin Smith and Miles Jack roaming in the middle of the field. Those two guys are dangerous in the middle of the field. And then the best thing I love about my roster is the front four that I have with Taco, with Dante Fowler Jr., and then the big guys in the middle, and Reed Taylor and Harvey Farmer. Those four guys up front create a lot of pressure for me that allows my linebackers to kind of roam that field and make you make bad decisions. And that's really what we're trying to do is put pressure on the quarterback, make you make a bad decision, and let my fast linebackers kind of run around the field. And then, we just keep everything in front of us, make a good tackle, because we feel like once you get down inside the 20-yard line, those windows get really, really small. And so, a very good user in this league once told me that if you trade in guys 3s for 7s, you always got a chance to win. So we always feel like if we can just hold guys to 3s or punts, we're going to put ourselves in a good position. And then, as long as Dak is healthy and that guy Leonard Fournette's running the ball or catching the ball at the backfield, the offense is going to put up points. I think we've got, we put up 50 and 40 in the past 2 games. So we're starting to get on a roll here. But it's going to come down to can we stop those hot teams in the AFC? You got some really good teams, especially with the Colts, with the Browns. You still got KP and the Chiefs. So we got some things to do. And then, tight work has been my nemesis here these past couple seasons. So, but definitely a good roster. We still need a couple more pieces before we get to high stakes.
I do agree, and you can't forget about DJ Charles because he can change the way you play defense with him, and it makes it a lot easier on Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, I like Chark. He can be a threat, especially when you have 94 speed at wide receiver and he's 6'3", so that definitely helps.
Oh yeah.
But there's some guys that really, and again, wide receiver is a position that's going to have to improve because Flowers is 28, Chark is 27, Dante Moncrief, who's been just a beast for me, catches just about everything I throw to him. He's 31, so that's going to have to change. But we got some young guys. Howard's really stepped up for us at 6'1". He's got 93 speed. So, and then my tight ends are such a big piece of my roster. And the young guy at tight end, Rob, is doing really, really well. And then, I still got Hollister. But, the offense really is dictated by how well my defense plays and puts us in positions to get points. And, Solomon can attest to that. There's just spots where my defense is scoring points.
Yeah.
And not even putting the ball in the end zone. They're just creating turnovers that put my offense in position to get points. And so, right now I think I'm putting, 25 plus points up a game. A lot of that is because my defense is putting me in positions to get those points. So And we're going to have to continue to do that, especially against some of these high-powered offenses here in the DML.
Oh, I agree. That's why I say the Jaguars are a team you lose sleep on. You know, I remember, you know, just looking at the Jaguars roster, like, what can I do? I mean, what kind of plan do we have? So they definitely a team to bring fear.
Man,
You just have to be smart and try to overcome that fear.
Yeah,
All right, rolling on. All right, talked about the Jets, number 5. Number 4 is the Dog Pound. Man, the Dog Pound, people wanted Cleveland from the jump, just like they wanted the Jaguars. When you got a guy like Ross, it has to change your playbook right away. You can't play in the defense you want. But what's most intriguing about this team is the secondary. When you got Ward, oh my God, and Fuller, and Bosa coming at you, Bosa makes it easier on Fuller as well as Ward. And not only that, this linebackers are straight. When he dropped that Claiborne in the drive, he kind of robbed me a little bit. This man has linebackers ready across the board, 85 plus speed across the board. You have to prepare for this guy. And then you know you got Action Jackson to lead the way. I mean, you can't even game plan for this type of stuff. This guy moves the ball at will, you know, putting up 36 points on tough defenses. This guy's ready to play. You had a chance to play this guy, Solomon. It was a tough game. You guys in the battle, you guys got a nice rivalry going. What was it like when you had to go against John Ross, and then you had Ward on the other side of the field, who can stay with anybody you had? You know you had Bosa coming at you. You know you had linebackers that made it hard on your running back. What was it like playing the Cleveland Browns?
Man, I tell you what, man, he ain't giving up a lot of yards, bro. You gotta earn every yard you get playing against them boys, man. I mean, they front end is tough. You know, they got a little speed on them. They strong. You know what I'm saying? You know, John Ross, definitely you gotta watch him. You know, I mean, you know, you gotta watch the quarterback. I mean, that's the big thing. I mean, if you trying to get John Ross, make sure he don't beat you deep. You're sending everybody out. He come with the quarterback, man, and kill you. I mean, you gotta watch that too. He can kill you with that quarterback he has back there too, man. Them dudes dangerous all the way around the board, bro. All the way around the board.
I agree. And you know, when you got safety, this guy can play 4-6. When you got safety like Jabril Peppers, you know, his counterpart, you know, Keith Bradley. Keith Bradley, right now, for people leading by in the league, he's not that dumb. You know, he has 87 zone. So if he's going in the middle of the field, and you back, you want to throw across the middle, you know, you got to think about that. You got to like, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to dump the ball off? This guy's team is loaded. And on offense, when you take away Ross, you got the tight end Andrews, who's going to lurk up underneath. You know what I'm saying? Hit, you know, like, 5 yards up and out. You got to watch this team, man. I mean, you don't want to see Cleveland Browns come high stakes.
Lamar Jackson, bro, I think he's the leading rusher on that team.
Yeah, and that has to change if the Browns expect to do anything in the playoffs here.
Right.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson cannot be the leading rusher for the Cleveland Browns.
Definitely, bro. So, I mean, Ross leading receiving, you know, but Lamar Jackson, bro, he a monster. He like the whole team. You gotta watch. Take him out, and it's gonna be a big problem. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to give away no free chicken or nothing, but you know, you take him out, bro, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna change it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we'll see. You know, see what happens come High Stakes.
Well, I agree. I mean, it's definitely, you know, a team that you don't want to face. You're gonna change your playbook. You just don't want to face these two teams.
Nah.
Well, moving on, number 3. Man, this guy may not be making the playoffs every year, but if you took control of this team, man, it could take you to another level. We're gonna talk about the pesky New York Giants.
Whew.
The Giants. I mean, when you look at that 6'5" receiver, 99 overall. I mean, this guy, you know what I'm talking about, Bowman. Bowman, everybody wanted to take Bowman. Everybody was sleeping on Bowman at nighttime, having dreams about Bowman. And then when you put Odell Beckham, who he kept intact with the team, you got Barkley. I mean, how you stop all that? Guys on both sides of the field running streets. You got Barkley running the ball, tight end Ingram. I mean, this team is lit. And you go to the cornerback position. Come on, Jay. You know a lot about defense. You know, y'all know a lot about defense. You got Peters and Apple. Oh my goodness gracious.
That's
Collins, at this day and age, he's only 30 years old. The guy's still balling. But what makes this team complete on the defensive side of the ball is Tomlinson at D tackle as well as Lorenzo Card at linebacker. Linebacker with 89 speed is hard to find. All right, Esper, you know a lot about speed at linebacker.
Sure do.
What can you tell me about the Giants?
Yeah, and the Giants have built pieces to get to his play style. So he needs that big, huge wide receiver on the outside that can kind of run down the field, and he got that in Bowman. But you talked about keeping Odell Beckham on this team, where a lot of guys would have traded 30-plus-year-old wide receiver or just kind of let him test free agency. But he uses Beckham as kind of that guy that takes the pressure off Bowman. Because if you just focus on Bryant, you're going to get torched by Odell Beckham, because this is a guy that still has 90-plus speed.
Right.
He's still run up and down the field. He got 94 speed, 94 excel. I mean, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
And then you got a guy like Bryant who's 6'5". That's the crazy thing about him, at 6'5", running 95 speed. Now, he's only got 88 excel, but once he gets on top of you, even if you got man-to-man coverage, he's going to go up over your guys and get the ball. I think the big thing for the Giants is that defensive side of football, because he's going to put points up. And that's the great thing about the Giants. He is second in the league in points scored at 29 points a game. That is just crazy.
Wow.
It's when his defense plays well and holds you under 20 points that he becomes dangerous.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's 6-2. Last year he struggled, didn't make the playoffs because his defense didn't hold up. And so he put an emphasis on building this defense up to try and find those pieces. And he did that at the linebacker position. He tried to bring some speed in. He's done a decent job with some guys. I'm sure if we ask West Coast Puglisi, he still feels there's some pieces on defense. His secondary is getting old. He's got Marcus Peters at 31. He's got Eli Apple at 29. So those guys are getting old. But he's got some young guys sitting on the backside of it. Hoover's still pretty young at 26. Landon Collins, he's got to find a replacement for the safety. I don't know if Tarpley is that answer, or maybe Ford is the answer on the roster. But he still probably feels on his defense that he's got some pieces he has to improve on. But I will say this offense with Baker Mayfield, with Saquon Barkley, with Bryant, with Odell Beckham, it's dangerous. Because you really can't just focus on one guy or the other. If you focus on Odell, the big tall wide receiver Bryant gets you. If you focus on the big tall wide receiver, Odell Beckham catches the ball on a slant, out route, and he's gone. And if you just back everybody up, Saquon Barkley is that type of running back that he'll find a way to just slow the game down and just annihilate your front seven with Saquon Barkley. And so Puglisi's doing real well. Now, the thing that really helps West Coast is, and he may not know this, but he's in a very, very tough conference. So when you got to see guys like Addy 5, you got to see Matty Ice twice a year. You got to see Sweets 99. You got to see, KP with the Bears. There's a lot of good teams in that NFC, and that really has helped him grow because, he struggled at the beginning of this cycle, and he's starting to slowly step into that, elite status where, you used to be, when you saw the Giants on the schedule, it was like, okay, I think this is a win for me. Yeah. But now you see the Giants on the schedule, you got to bring your hard hat and prepare for this team, because if you don't, this guy will put up 40, 50 points on you quickly, and you'll look up and not realize what happened. So he's done a great job building this roster. Definitely a top 5 to be scared for. My personal opinion, I think the Jags are better, but that's just me being biased.
And I have to agree. But one segment I want to talk about, Jefferson at right guard, and you got Will Hernandez. John, you know a lot about the running game. You've been based off the running game since I met you. Right. Don't you think if Barkley is healthy, this guy has a team to where he could be an Elite 18 come high stakes?
Oh, hell, yes, indeed, man.
The roster is there. He got to execute. The roster is there.
Right.
I mean, you can run inside zone more than SJ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow. Wow. SJ does not just run inside zone. He also runs the toss.
Yeah. He runs the toss.
But that's just the only two that he runs. So.
But he's a good baller.
But hey,
If
Hey,
you
it's
got
like
guards,
Novocaine, man. SJ will put you to sleep with them 2 runs, and before you know it, he's got 112 rushing yards with his running back. He just put you to sleep with them 2 runs.
Yeah, he killed me with that over and over and over and over.
Oh yeah, SJ should have beat me this last time, but he threw 2 just the worst 2 red zone interceptions. That's why I say my red zone defense is where
I
I
saw
stepped up.
that.
He threw 2 of the worst red zone interceptions to me. I lurked him one time, but he threw one just right to me. Or else SJ beats me the last time I played him.
Yeah, man, he'll kill you with them 3-4 plays, man. He'll hurt you. He'll hurt you. He'll hurt you.
All right, moving on along. Y'all not surprised at this pick.
No.
Coming in at number 2. This guy's known for defense. You know, for the last 3 years that I've seen him play in the dynasty, he's known for defense, but his offense is killing. This guy here, probably the fastest team in the league, and you got to put on your track shoes. You got to sweat before you play. Go to the gym and lose 100 pounds, or the game is already over.
Yeah.
Talking about KP and them Chiefs.
Oh,
Now, we got Solomon Kane on the show, who actually beat the Chiefs in his first game in the league. I remember that game. How in the world do you contain Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes? I mean, how do you do that? And at the time, I mean, this guy here was just tearing the league up and scoring. How did you manage to? We're gonna talk about the other side of the ball too, but first we want to talk about how did you handle that and maintain and contain the offense when he was one of the highest scoring team in the league, averaging like 31 points a game.
Man, I was sending heat, trying to send some heat. I didn't want him to get comfortable. I saw that he was a good play caller, a hell of a play caller, man. I mean, you don't know what he gonna call. So I was just trying to make sure he wasn't too comfortable back there holding that rock, you know, where he can catch me deep down the field. Cause it looked like every play, man, KP trying to hit you for a big play. You know?
Yeah.
So
I mean, that ain't no small plays. It ain't no small plays in that offense.
He ain't throwing no sharp plays.
That ain't happening.
He hitting you deep, 15 plus, you know, 20 plus, you know, he hitting you deep. So I said, I'm gonna just send some heat at him. You know, that's when I had my good D line. You know, Dog, he gone. I lost Dog, and that hit me, man. When I lost Dog, man, I mean, he put a lot of pressure. You know, him and I got my other guy, Williams. So them both, they was pushing the line. I had Cameron Jordan at the time. So them boys was getting in his face, you know. But he beat me, I think, the 3rd time we played. I think I beat him twice, if I'm not mistaken. But
I remember that.
Yeah, he beat me the 3rd time. I mean, he washed me up. I couldn't do nothing with him. Couldn't get.
Well, let's talk about why he beat you. Right.
No pressure. You can't get no pressure on KP.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over for you.
Right. Now let's talk about why he probably beat you the 3rd time. This guy out here has built. I mean, some people put him number 1, but right now, got him at number 2. This guy has done a great job putting together a roster. He got the dual threat Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
This guy got guys. I mean, right now, you know, you could, before he got guys, you could drop guys back, play cover 6 all day. You can't do that again.
No.
He got Kelsey, the veteran tight end, who doesn't drop a pass. And now, he has a decoy named Sirius. When you take away Tyreek Hill, now he has a decoy, seriously, underneath working the route. And then Aguilar, who I thought was a big loss for the Buffalo Bills, because Aguilar, my pass defense against the Bills is great, but Aguilar put up 173 against me.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you stop this 3-headed monster at wide receiver?
Well, that's the problem with KP is that it's not really even a 3-headed monster. You got Tyreek Hill who's going to be his focus guy, but after Tyreek Hill, he's got 4 guys on the roster that got 20 or more catches. So you can't just focus on one guy because he's gonna drop it to Foster, he's gonna give it to Searcy, he's gonna give it to Hooper, he's gonna give it to Geis. I mean, there's guys on this roster, and if you know KP, and I've been playing Madden with KP for quite some time, that's one of the things he's known for is his GM skills. And 1 and 2 on this list, we could flip flop any day of the week. Just depends on how we feel for that day. But KP's been building rosters since I've known him. He took a Detroit Lions team that was hot garbage juice, and he turned them into one of the most dominant defenses. And that I think if you ask KP, he prefers, yes, he loves winning and he loves playing and doing all that, But from the time the Super Bowl is over until we start that first preseason game, that's where KP makes his money. He loves the offseason. The trades, the picking up guys, the drafting, the scouting, all of that stuff is so important to him because he understands those weeks there are so important to your season that you can either make or break yourself in an off season. If you don't pick the right guy to fit your scheme that knows how to play your style, you can find yourself taking 2 steps back, or you add some pieces in free agency like he's done. You add some guys from the draft like he's done and take you 2 steps forward. KP struggled at the beginning of the cycle because the Chiefs didn't fit his play style. Well, now he's got the guys on offense and defense that fit KP, and all of a sudden now he's a guy you have to always look out for, and that's why he's leading the division, and he probably won't give that division up for the rest of Madden 19.
I mean,
right, and this is other guys you got to touch on too. I think the trade with the Redskins that nobody really talks about. Well, we talk about the one with Seattle where he brought Griffin over. I think that put him over the top on defense. Yep. But that trade with the Redskins is the one that really makes you think. Because you think, okay, you got Griffin, the running back, roaming around. But you just can't bad back and throw a streak 5 times in a row against this team no more either. Especially when you got Tremont Smith with 93 speed, decent, 87 man coverage. That's good enough. And then when he made the trade with the Redskins to bring over Apke. Oh my goodness. This guy right now can play 4-6 any day. Because this guy, Apke, from the Redskins, he actually has 94 speed. Well, now he declined to 93, but that still make him a force on that defense. When you got a guy like Jones, the D lineman, wrecking havoc against your center. So this guy, come high stakes time, he's already ready. Right now, he just brainstorming you guys. But when it comes down to high stakes, you do not want to see this guy on your roster. Your schedule.
Yeah. Definitely. I agree, bro.
All right. Now, with a team like this, the Chiefs, it's kind of hard to think somebody's better than the Chiefs. But there's that one guy with 3 Super Bowl rings. That's the reason. Added 5 coming at you with Mariota. And the trade he made for Neely made it a very scary team. You lose sleep at night. You don't want to see this guy on your schedule. Sometimes you want to quit the league based on that roster. This roster is set and loaded. When you got Kamari at running back, and you have to give all your attention to him, that means he's going to be one-on-one a lot of times. That wide receiver Neely I'm talking about. Davenport, who's one of my favorite defensive ends coming at the draft, wrecking havoc, making it easy for Lattimore. Lattimore, to me, is the top corner in this game, right along with Ramsey. This Jacksonville team, when you think about Ramsey, you have to think about Lattimore with the Saints. The 1-2 punch at corner in the NFL. Lattimore allows you to play defense any way you want to. And the guy just picked up safety too, out of the draft. When he got safety in the draft, elaborate on that, expert.
Oh man, he got 2 monsters in the draft. When we looked at it, because in the draft party when he drafted the strong safety, I felt he got the best strong safety in the draft. Then he literally turns around his next pick or the pick after that, and he basically got the best free safety in the draft. And I think it was back-to-back picks that he drafted.
And JT Ball is a beast.
It's crazy. Yeah, the JT Ball pick is just ridiculous, and the guy's balling for him right now. It's crazy. But he got Sampson too, and Sampson is another guy where, by the end of this season, he's going to be 92, 93 overall. That's just crazy. And when you give a guy like that 2 safeties on the back end of his secondary, when he's got Marshawn Lattimore and Randall Vaughn at corner, and then in his slot, he's still got Ken Crawley, and PJ Williams still plays a little bit in his slot. But those, that secondary is it's ridiculous for a guy like this. I would tell you this: the thing that's going to help Addy 5, because he's got 3 Super Bowls, but he's not even thinking about those 3 Super Bowls. He's thinking about the last 2 years that he's lost in the NFC playoffs. He's got to find a way to keep guys healthy. Von Neely's got to be healthy.
Yeah.
He's got to find a way to keep Mariota standing on his feet healthy. And then, when you got a guy, like Kamara, who's a game changer, and he's going to last through high stakes. I know he's 29 years old, but he's going to last through high stakes on this roster. And so he's really about staying healthy at this point. And we should see Addy 5 back in the NFC Championship and possibly the Super Bowl on the NFC side. But this is a dangerous roster. And if you look at it up and down, guys, I don't really see a hole anywhere in this roster that you can attack and say, okay, this is his weak spot. And on both sides of the football. And that's crazy to think about. Most guys have that position where they don't feel confident. And I'm sure Addy 5, he's probably got some spots where he feels he can improve, but when I look at the roster, it's dangerous from top to bottom.
And that's what I'm talking about. You know, I played you with Jalen Ramsey and the Jaguars. I played him with Lattimore and the Saints. You guys gave me the worst beat down since I've been playing the Dynasty this year. The guys like that just change. But I'm going to tell you now, we might be talking about another Miles Jack over here. Even though Miles Jack played the middle, what can you tell me about Clemens?
That dude is just a cheat code, is all he is.
Exactly.
And we knew he was going to be Solomon could tell you this. We knew as soon as he got drafted that was just ridiculous that a guy like that is going to end up in New Orleans with the Saints and a guy like Addy 5. I mean, you're talking a guy who's got 88 speed, 92 excel at linebacker, but he's got 96 tackling. I mean, this is a guy that if he gets anywhere close to you, you're done. You might as well just lay down because you're not going anywhere else.
No.
And so that's the big thing for me is that he got a guy in the middle who can run around and cover 3-4 routes in a series. And you better know where Will Clemens is at all times on the field, because if you don't, 52 will get you every single time.
Yeah, he's faster than all my safeties.
I hear you.
What made this guy such a great GM? He has all this talent on the team. When I have talent like that on the team, my picks are gone. This guy still has all of his picks coming into next year's draft.
I mean, look at his coverage capabilities. The guy's got 99 zone coverage. 99 zone as a linebacker.
My God.
My goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's 83.
Now there's some notable teams that it's the list. The Chargers had a bad offseason. He admitted it. He lost a guy, Jay Brown, which kind of like took him off the list. You know, because the Chargers, we talked about the Chargers being lethal. They're still a force to reckon with. You got Matt Ice with one of the strongest defenses. I think his offense can get a little bit better. So those are some of the notable teams. What are some of the notable teams or teams you put in your top 5, Solomon? What do you think? What's a team that I haven't talked about that you got on your list?
Man, the Ravens, man.
Just name your top 5 and then elaborate on the team we haven't talked about yet.
Well, I agree with you with the Saints, man. They definitely number 1. The 49ers was my number 2.
All right.
I had the Ravens at 3.
All right.
Chiefs, I should have put the Chiefs maybe number 3, but I got them at number 4, and I got the Giants at 5.
All right. What about you, expert?
Oh, top 5. It's I think you had 1 and 2 right. Saints, Chiefs. You could flip those at any point.
Yeah.
But at 3, I had the Jaguars.
All right.
That was just me.
Yeah, they good.
That's good.
They beat the Breaks. So yeah,
I had. And what's crazy about this is I like the Browns roster, but I didn't have him in my top 5. I like the Eagles roster at 4. I mean, it's crazy that dude's all over the place. And then I had the Giants at 5.
Yeah. I think with the addition of Mike Evans, I think you have to worry about Mike Evans, on that team. But I don't think people scare him. I think he just does damage. I think if he had Breida, he lost Breida, he definitely would have been in my top 5. I probably would have put him in there, maybe. It would have been close. It still would have been close. Because right now I got him number 9. He would have definitely been like 5 or 6, no doubt about it. Because I think when he lost Breida, I think a lot of teams around the league say, "Oh yeah, cool, we lost Breida. Now that's one aspect we don't have to worry about." But we'll see. I like all the picks. I mean, I think Kirk doing a good job, and the Bears definitely are top. I like KP's work, but again, I think he went down in the backfield. He's doing his job. It's KP's team, but we're just talking about on paper who wreck fear, who make you lose sleep. Guys that you do not want to see on your schedule. Or we had a team draft. Who would you pick first? we had a team draft, you know, and the rule was not to talk about your team. You could not include your team.
I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, hey,
You
that Cowboys gonna be lit. But on paper in the DML league as of 2024, I would take the Saints in a team draft.
Oh, come on, man. You can't take my team, bro.
No, I ain't talking about. We're not talking about.
You talking about built right now?
Built right now.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm taking
Right
the
now.
Saints. Yeah, I'm taking the Saints.
If
There ain't
the
no
team-
way. There's
I
no
would-
way I'm not running around with Will Clemens for 16 games.
I will
have-
consider the
I'm
Chiefs.
gonna have 40 interceptions with
I
Will
will consider
Clemens.
the Chiefs, but definitely the Saints. And that's what this show is about. If we had a team draft, what team on paper now would you take to execute your offense from beginning to end?
Yeah.
Bam, just like
Tell you
starting
what.
out.
I'll tell you
Anything
what.
else y'all like to say before we close out?
Wait. I just want to say this. Since you taking the Saints, I'm going to take the Giants. I'm going to take the Giants. You know, I got to go with Barkley, bro. That's my dude.
Hey,
Right?
that's a monster. But here's the thing: the Giants are loaded. It's
Loaded.
Can West Coast turn the corner and find his way into his first Super Bowl? He got the talent. He got the talent. We'll see.
He
That
got
Ravens team, we didn't speak about it.
They
But it
nasty.
definitely fits his
They
style.
Stack.
They nasty. They
He fits
nasty.
his style.
You got like Ed Reed on the team, man. It's one of them years like that. I mean, dude, nasty, man. Nasty.
There's been rumors that the Rams are doing a good job. You know, there's been rumors about the Rams, but I think the loss of
King Biden has been quiet this cycle.
he lost golf, he lost Gurley, that kind of put him down.
You know, he just had a big win versus the Packers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did.
You know.
Sure did. Yeah.
Anytime
Well-
you get the Packers in chat, saying stuff that he say, you know,
Right.
you had a good game.
All right, anything else, fella?
Well,
I mean, you got to grind, DML. We're close to the end. High stakes is almost here.
Oh
You
yeah.
got to grind. Come on, guys. Let's finish strong for Madden 19. And then we'll flip that. And the draft show will be here before we know it. We'll be playing Madden 20.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I just
Can't
want
wait.
I
Keep
just
up
want
the GM skills.
Yeah, definitely.
Keep grinding. And there's gonna be some teams better. Come high stakes time, this top 5 could change. You just never know. It can
Yeah.
change quickly. Like you said, the Eagles, one more piece. You'll be talking about him in the top 2. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Definitely, man. Well, let's keep balling, fellas. You know what I'm
All right,
saying?
thanks for coming on the show, guys. It's a pleasure to work with Expert, Solomon Kane. It's been great. All right, stay up, fellas. Let's
All
ball
right.
out.
Ball out.
To the guys, you know what I'm saying? Tell C-Rock to clean out his office. I'm coming to Carolina.